a broke hoe, they give me allergies. But I know they love my personality. Maybe cause I got a nigga mentality. I'm trying to make $1 million my salary.
As you can read from the title, this is a mini story time about the time that I had went to Latto's concert back in November. I love Latto. I cannot say that enough. Me and Latto go way back. I say it like I know her. I do not know this woman at all. But it's that parasocial relationship, right? We go way back. The first time I ever set eyes on Latto was when she was featured on The Rap Game when she was just 16 years old. At the time, I think I was like 12 or 13. Just watching her from a young age and seeing how confident and determined she was, I knew from the jump that she was gonna be super successful one day, and then just getting to see that evolution of her as an artist up until now has been amazing. Like, I respect Latto so much as an artist. I really like her music a lot, and she is a hard worker. That's one thing you can't say about her, is that she doesn't work. She clocks in every day. And so because I kept up with her for so long, I feel like I just will always have a soft spot for her, because I saw her on that journey, and I saw, you know, the growing pains and whatever not. It's kind of like, it's like she's a cousin. A second cousin that your family talks about, but she doesn't even really show up to the family reunions like that because y'all aren't close as a family like that. But because she's famous, you be talking about her all the time, and like, you let people know that she's your cousin, but you don't mention the fact that she's like your second cousin, and that y'all haven't spoken to each other in years and probably only saw each other once in your entire lifetime. And that was when y'all was like kids, like probably not even past the age of like 7 years old. But when you're trying to prove to the people that she's your cousin, you're always showing them that one specific picture, because that's the only picture you have. You have no pictures of when y'all are adults, because you don't really know her. That's kind of how I feel. We're not cousins at all. Obviously, we're not. I'm just going on a tangent to say I love Latto. I love her a lot. So when I saw that she had dropped the new album, Sugar Honey Iced Tea, I got really excited, because, not gonna lie, I love her as an artist and I respect what she does, but some of the stuff that she's been releasing in the past is just incomparable to Sugar Honey Iced Tea right now. And like I mentioned before, seeing her through her evolution, she had different phases. She had a phase where she was rocking the dark hair and the dark makeup and the, costumey outfits, and I really was not tuned into her at that time. I don't think that was her look. And so I'm really glad that she finally found that look, and I think it suits her perfectly. And this album was perfect. I loved it, have no complaints. I listen to it on repeat to this day. And so when I saw she came out with that album and that she was having a tour, baby, I was going. I was going no matter what. Also, I just want to mention, I don't like concerts. Not a fan of concerts at all. And so it really takes a lot for me to want to go to a concert. I'm not a fan of cramped spaces at all. It gets really hot. I sweat easily. People can get annoying. Sometimes you can't see. I get overstimulated. It's just a whole lot happening in a tight, cramped space, and I'm ready to go home within the first 30 minutes. But I feel like if you're an artist that had a direct impact on my life with your music, I'm going to see you. The most that I've spent on a concert was $400+ for SZA. And I have no regrets, honestly, because that was probably one of the best concerts that I've been to. Once again, SZA is one of those artists that had a direct impact on my life. Like, her music changed my brain chemistry forever. So absolutely, I'm gonna pay $400 to see SZA. Would I do it again? No. Here's where things start to get a little iffy. When I bought the tickets, I didn't really pay that much attention to the venue. I just saw the pricing. I saw it was gonna be in my city. The venue could have been in an abandoned building and I still would show up. So venue didn't really matter to me until I saw where it was at and I arrived to the venue. With this specific venue, I have been here before for a Jaden Smith and Willow Smith concert back in 2019. And in that concert, I almost fought a grown-ass bald man because it's such a tight and compact venue. So you have the general admission, which is just the floor, and there's no seats. So you're standing and you're literally pelvis to ass, shoulder to shoulder. You cannot move an inch. You are compact like sardines in a can. There's no moving, there's none of that. And so I had almost got into a fight with one of these guys because he was twerking on my little friend, and I was like, sir, but let's behave ourselves. You look to be about 30, in your 30s, late 30s. Why are you twerking on my 19-year-old friend? Let's have some decorum. And he didn't like that, and he continued to twerk in our faces. And so I kicked him in the ass. I literally did. I don't care. I asked him politely and he didn't care. So I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna kick you. Like, get off of us. Why are you twerking on us as a grown man? Anyways, that's besides the point. But this concert was in the same venue. And of course, because it's in the same venue, BS starts to occur. I'm pretty close to the stage, so I'm content. This concert was from 8 or 7 actually to 10. Y'all, we were standing there for damn near, I think it was actually past an hour that we were standing there waiting for the first person to come on, which was gonna be Caribou. And we were just standing there for over an hour. Like, and a lot of girls to this concert, they wore heels because, you know, they looked cute. Outfits were very cute. Mine wasn't, but other people's outfits were very cute, so they were wearing heels and stuff. And we were standing so long to the point where people started taking off their heels because, like I said, in general admission, we're literally just standing. We're standing. And then the second floor is the only part that had tables and chairs. And I didn't even know that was an option to purchase. I was in general admission, so I was just in this big old crowd, you know, standing like a soldier, unable to move my shoulders. It was like crazy. That kind of rhymes. Did you catch that? I got that. And so what do you think is going to happen when you pack 100+ people in a tight, compact place from 7 to 11, standing, some wearing heels, some not, heels aching, toes shaking, knees breaking? What do you think is going to happen? Some bullshit, absolutely. So at this concert, before things even kicked off, there were a lot of interesting characters. And by interesting, I mean annoying as people. The first pair of characters that were super interesting to me were, I don't know if they were sisters or friends, but 2 girls. I say I don't know if they were sisters because they had the same nose, but one was mixed and one was white. We'll just call them sisters. So these 2 sisters were really something. So this has been like probably 30 minutes of us standing there just waiting. At this point, if you're not already in the venue, there's no moving around. Like, you move in and whoever's first, they're obviously at the front, and then people at the back of the line, they're at the back of the venue. That's just kind of how it goes. There's no moving in between trying to get ahead of the people that were waiting in line in front of you. That's just proper concert etiquette, or so I thought. But we had these 2 sisters that started off all the way on the left side of the venue, and they kept trying to make their way to our right side. And it's not like they were there before. They're literally coming from the back and just shoving their way up into the front. So I'm an observant person, so I'm just like, you know, quiet, watching things go on. And I noticed they're making their way up, and they end up right next to us on our right-hand side. And they get into a little bit of an argument with the girls that are in front of them because they're trying to get in front of them. Obviously, they're not going for that shit because they were there before them. They're coming from bumfuck nowhere trying to push their way in. Not sure how they got so far, but they're trying to push through, and the girls are like, no, y'all could stay there. Like, we're standing here. Y'all weren't over here. Like, huh? No. And so it was just a lot of going back and forth between them. I was just minding my business, but also being nosy and listening in. And so they were going back and forth a lot. The girls decided to go back where they came from, so they traveled their way back to the left side. I don't know if they had a vendetta against the girls they were arguing with, but they somehow managed to come right back. I truly believe they did this just to be annoying to the girls and to ruin their concert experience, because they then proceed for the duration of the concert to just, well, the white one just proceeded to dance obnoxiously, like, on them, and like kind of wave her hands around and like hitting them with her elbow and stuff like that. Basically just like, it's already a cramped space. You can't be dancing like this. But that's how the girl was dancing like. And I promise y'all, she had to have been on something. She had to have been on something, because she was like yelling and screaming before anyone was even on. Baby, we're just standing here. There's just a DJ. But she's just screaming and yelling and like bumping into people, and everyone around her is like, girl, calm down. Like, please relax. And it was crazy that everyone's over here trying to like calm her down. Meanwhile, her friend over here is not like taking care of her friend. Like, it's obvious her friend at this point is out of there. She is out of there. Like, she does not give up. She's dancing, she's laughing, screaming, yelling. Not a single artist has came out at this point, but she's dancing on everyone. Everyone's getting super annoyed. Her friend is not even like bothered enough to control her friend. And so it just caused a lot of problem, because then now everyone's arguing with the, I don't know what she was on, but the out of her mind girl. Everyone's arguing with her, and they're like, girl, stop. Like, literally stop pushing us. Like, what are you doing? What's wrong with you? And her friend who was there with her was just kind of idly standing by, and she was also moving, pushing into me and my friends to make more space for her friend to continue to act wild. And I was like, absolutely not. Go back to your spot, because I'm not about to get cramped up more to let your friend act a fool. So I'm like tapping the girl, and I'm like, can you move? Because you're literally bumping us to let your friend act a fool. Y'all have all that space over there. Go over there. Like, don't, what's wrong with you? And so she had an attitude at me. She's like, ugh, like, I can't move. I'm like, you literally have enough space to fit another person in between you and your friend. Get closer to your friend before I was just getting really annoyed. It even got to a point where like the whole section was arguing with them, and I commend them for holding their own. They didn't give up. They did not give a damn if they were ruining everyone's nights. They held their ground, and they amplified the annoyingness too. I really don't know what their purpose was, because this could have all been avoided. But anyways, how things ended with them was essentially one of the girls behind me got really annoyed with the friend that was just letting her friend be obnoxious. And this girl was super tall, taller than I am. I'm like 5'8". This girl was like 5'10" without heels, and she was wearing these heeled boots. So she was 6+ in them heels. And so she was blocking some people's view behind her. I don't know how she let these people do this to her, but the people were bickering with her so much. They literally made her take off her heels because she was that tall. And so she literally took off her heels, which I don't know if I would have done that. The girl that was off of something throughout the concert kept trying to tell her friend that she needed to pee, and she just kept ignoring her. I don't know if she pissed herself a little bit. I would not be shocked with the way that she was dancing. She also, the girl that was out of it, tried to get the girls that she initially started a fight with kicked out by security. Like, she kept trying to motion security come kick the girls out, even though she's the one that started the problem and was dancing on everyone. Just not really respecting people's spaces. They were just an interesting pair of characters. Another person that tried it before the concert even began was this one girl. Like I said, it's proper concert etiquette. First come, first serve. First people in line, you're gonna be up front. So we're like pretty close to the front, and there's this girl who is pushing through the crowd. And by this point, we're waiting so long. Some people have gone to take bathroom breaks, but then they're coming right back to their spot. That's fine. That's different. That's completely different from someone who wasn't even in the front, but they're still trying to make their way through. But this girl tried to bamboozle everyone. This other girl started to push through the line, and she kept motioning towards a blonde girl in the front, and she kept pointing towards her, and I could have swore this girl said, "Oh, I'm trying to get to my friend," and she pointed to the blonde girl. So when she had came up to me and this lady that I went to the concert with, she was like, "Oh, like the girl right there," and was pointing at her. "I'm trying to get to the girl." And so we were like, "Oh, okay, that's her friend." So obviously we moved to the side to let her go stand next to her friend. That was not her friend, y'all. She didn't know this girl from nowhere. As soon as she goes up to the girl, we hear yelling. Yelling starts breaking out, and then all of a sudden the whole crowd is yelling. Essentially what happened was this girl didn't know this girl. What she was trying to do was get in front of this white blonde girl and basically try to punk her out of her spot, because I think because of the way she looked, she assumed that this girl wasn't gonna say anything or speak up for herself, which I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I don't know what she thought this girl was gonna do. I truly believe because the girl was white, she thought she could punk her, which obviously is not right. But if it's a white girl going to a Latto concert, this is not your typical Kaylee or Bailey, right? It's probably a Mercedes, right? It's not like your typical Lululemon type of white girl. This girl's a little bit rough around the edges. So she basically pushed through everyone to get to the front and try to punk this girl to step back and let her have her spot. The girl was like, "Girl, no, I don't know you. Back up." And the girl starts arguing with her. Literally starts arguing with her even though she's in the wrong. And so other people are peeping this and they're like, "Yeah, girl, we have not seen you here. What are you doing here? You don't belong here. Get back to where you snuck in from." The audacity of the people in this concert was insane to me, because she literally stood her ground and was like, "I'm not moving. I'm not moving." And I want to tell you, everyone, the whole crowd was literally yelling. It was the crowd versus this girl, and this girl held it down. Respect to that. I could never, but respect to that. Everyone was like, "Girl, get back. Like, you can't just cut in front of all these people and try to punk this girl out of her spot. Like, what do you think this is? Like, we all love Latto, but have some decorum." And so she's like, "I'm not moving. I'm not moving." To the point that security literally has to jump into the crowd and escort this lady out because she refused to move. They literally escort her out. 5-10 minutes after that, there was another little tuffle in behind us, and another person had to get escorted out or to the back. And it's just like another reason why I don't like concerts. Like, people lose their common sense and they lose their decorum and they lose just their respectfulness when it comes to seeing their favorite artist or an artist that they like. Like, it's deep, but it's really not that deep. Mind you, not a single artist has came out. It's probably like an hour and 30 minutes in. If I could criticize one thing, was like, y'all took a little bit too long to come out. And I know y'all was back there. First artist to come out was Caribou. I don't know if y'all are familiar with this artist. I definitely wasn't. I have heard of her. I know she was part of a rap group that Lil Yachty created, but I don't really listen to her music like that. And I honestly do not think that her music is suitable for concert vibes. Like, her music is too chill. It's like not very high energy. So you're not gonna get a hype crowd when she is performing her music. And that's exactly what happened. When I tell you, no noise came from the crowd. Literally no noise. No one was cheering. No one was really singing along. And I really felt so bad because she was so adorable. She came out high energy, and I respect that regardless of the crowd not really messing with her, she was still bouncing around and singing her little song. It just kind of gave like middle school performance. I can't judge too much because obviously I can't do what she does. She's obviously doing something right to have the success that she does. And so there was another big gap between us waiting for the next artist, which was Mariah the Scientist, which I'm not surprised because Mariah does give vibes like she'll take her sweet ass time to come out. And so we were waiting once again, 30, 40 minutes, standing, getting annoyed. And honestly, I didn't really think Mariah was gonna show up to this concert because literally right before she had canceled another concert at a different city because her man got out of prison. Why would you leave a bag for a man? I would never understand that. For a man that's not even loyal, for a man that's a criminal. When she came out, she looked stunning, breathtaking, a very gorgeous girl, gorgeous gown. She was dressed in this like white outfit. It was really giving like preacher's wife on a Sunday. It looked like she was about to give us a very powerful and moving sermon. And her vocals were eating. They were good. I won't even lie. Like, her vocals were so good. I thoroughly enjoyed her vocals a lot. So we were waiting around, waiting for Latto to come. Latto was late. Won't lie to you, Latto was a little bit late. A tad bit late. Pretty late. At this point, y'all, everyone was tired. Like, everyone was like, people were starting to be like, when is she gonna come out? Because I'm trying to go home right now. Like, everyone was tired. Everyone's foot was hurting, obviously. But Latto finally comes out and the crowd goes crazy. Latto looked amazing. Her performance was amazing. She had multiple outfit changes. She was doing the choreography. She had these dancers that were stripping on a pole. It was the athleticism of those dancers, 10 out of 10. It was amazing. I was in awe because I was just like, Latto, we meet again. Actually, we've never met before, but telepathically. I was telepathically trying to have her look my way. I feel like she did slightly one time, but I'm also delusional, so who knows what's the truth. I was just super excited to see her perform. She did amazing. Like, the crowd was so hyped for her. She ended up performing like an encore of one of her songs. She performed Big Mama. Oh my God. Like, and I'll try to post some videos too of like what I was seeing and what was going on. I was pretty close to her. I was like, I could have passed out. I really could have passed out. Speaking of passing out, some people actually did. In the middle of Latto performing and when she had came out and everything, the crowd had shifted. Like, people were trying to run to the stage, so everyone got pushed up, which wasn't good because it made things more compacted, more like cramped. And there was multiple mini emergencies of people passing out. So near the front where people were getting pushed up against like the fencing, they had to fling two girls' bodies over the railing because I'm assuming they had passed out. Like, their bodies looked limped. Literally just flinging them over the freaking railing. You know, the concert's still going on. I'm like, I've never seen nothing like it. During Latto's performance, she had to pause a little bit because I guess someone needed a wheelchair. I think another group of people had passed out in the back as well. And so security had to like jump over again and bring a wheelchair out to them. It was just a whole lot of things happening. I don't think any concerts need to be in a cramped venue. Like, it's just asking for problems to ensue. Luckily, in this concert, you know, Latto took notice of the craziness going on and she paused and was making sure that people were good before she continued on, which I respect that. But it was just a lot of craziness, and I think I'm gonna take a real good break after that concert. Although I thoroughly enjoyed Latto's presence and seeing her perform, I don't think I could do a standing concert ever again unless it was like outside and very big. Last little funny thing to end on a lighter note. I don't know if y'all have known this, but for Latto's concerts, it's like a very big theme to wear like leopard print and red. So a lot of the girls, they had really cute outfits of them wearing leopard print, things like that. And so it's also, I guess, common for photographers to be taking pictures of the fans that are walking out in their outfits and have it posted. Like I mentioned previously, my outfit was not cute at all. I thought it was, I was trying to go for like an earlier phase of Latto. This is like rich bitch from the South, or bitch from the South. That era where she was wearing like preppy wear with her tennis necklace, tennis bracelet. I was trying to go for that vibe, right? So I had on this like set, one of them pleated skirts. I was trying to give bitch from the South, but really I gave Twin Peaks waitress off the clock, like. And so when me and my friend were walking out of the concert and we're seeing these photographers take pictures of people's outfits, as soon as they saw us, baby, that camera never fell down so fast. The flashes never stopped so suddenly. It's like, I don't know if y'all have ever seen those videos of people like at an awards show or walking the red carpet, and when someone irrelevant walks by, the flashes just immediately stop. That is literally what happened to me and my friend. Our outfits were like not on theme at all. And I get it. F it. I was there for the vibe. I was there for Latto. I enjoyed Latto, and that's all I could ask for. That was it for this video. Do you like Latto? Do you know who Latto is? If not, give a listen to Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Love the album. No skips. All bop. Do you like going to concerts? Do you have a bad concert experience? Do you have a good concert experience? What was the best concert that you've ever gone to? Let me know in the comments section below. Like I said, I'm trying to be more consistent. So, you know, some videos are going to be a hit, some videos are going to be a miss, but all videos will be videos that I personally want to make. So if you want to see more, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.